guys, if you want 5 tips and tricks for making your day hike a success, stay tuned. Tip number 1 is to prepare an alternate hike in the area of your planned hike. Because if you get to the trailhead and it's closed for some reason, or it's too crowded and you don't want to hike with a bunch of other people, or maybe there's a group of mountain bikers that's taking up the whole parking lot and you realize that as you go up, there are going to be a ton of them coming back down and it's not going to make your hike very enjoyable. So planning an alternate hike is very helpful and will ensure the success of your day hike. Well, if I'm wanting to hike up to Hardesty Mountain right here, and the trailhead, which is down here, is too full or it's closed for maintenance or something like that, then I can just continue to drive up here to this trailhead and hike the Eula Ridge, which will go to the same point. I can also come right down here and hike Patterson Mountain, which starts down here at this trailhead. So if you think that that might be an issue as well, then you can just get on your map and maybe pick something like Mount June right off of the same highway. It's still easily accessible. You might have to do a little bit of extra driving, but it's well worth it so that you can still have a great day hike. Tip number 2. I always use a GPS app on my phone so that I can track my trail backwards if for some reason I should miss a trail junction, or if you're hiking through the snow, when you turn around and you're on your way back out and it's difficult to find the trail again. That happens so often. Tip number 3. You always want to plan your water for the hike that you're going on. If you're going on a hike there, you know there's not going to be any water, then you make sure you take a larger water bladder or extra bottles of water. And if you're going on a hike where you know there's going to be a river or a spring or perhaps a lake that you can collect water from, you want to make sure that you have something to collect the water. I always leave in my day pack an empty Smart water bottle. I don't keep it full because I have a water bladder. Then I keep a Sawyer Mini to filter the water. And to collect the water, I just also take this to make sure I can get enough water to squeeze into that water bottle for emergency water situations. If you don't want to take a filter with you, then definitely some of the little water purifying tablets would be good. Or there are people that I've seen that have a Hydro Blue Life Straw type thing. So you can choose one of those options as well, but you always want to make sure you plan your water for your hike. The 4th tip I have for you today is to leave an after hike snack in your car. A lot of us will take plenty of snacks in our backpack. We'll take a lunch and we'll take a couple bars and we have our water. When we get back from a hike and we're in the car on the way home, we're starving. You may have a 2-hour drive back to your house or a restaurant or someplace you can get something to eat. So you're miserable because you're starving. You've just expended all that energy and you don't have anything to replace it with. I always keep a cut up apple and some grapes. You get the idea. Just have an after hike snack so that you're not starving on the way back to your house. The 5th and final tip I have for you today is to pack an appropriate first aid kit for your hike. Now, not all first aid kits are you going to need this huge amount of band-aids and splints and crazy things like that, but you do have to have a few things. You should always have an emergency blanket with you just in case you get caught out overnight. So if you have any special needs, for instance, like I have asthma, definitely I take my inhaler. If you have an allergy to bees, take an EpiPen for sure. If you just get maybe mildly allergic reaction if you get stung, take some antihistamine pills with you. You definitely want to make sure you pack your first aid kit according to your height. So you can take some extra band-aids, some little antiseptic swabs just in case you get a little cut or something like that. Take some ibuprofen, so if you get a headache, you're not hiking out with a migraine or something like that. But you definitely want to assess what you think you may need and then pack your first aid kit appropriately. I have 2 separate first aid kits. One I take day packing and one I take backpacking. So if you want to see what I have in my first aid kits, be sure to subscribe. If you have any other tips and tricks for making your day hike successful, comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!